Hi, Haley. I'm coming to you from my bed where, I conducted most of our one-on-ones, so I thought this was the most, relevant place.
Hey Haley, Erin Geiger has helped coordinate us all to send you some going away messages. It's really hard for me to imagine Seabass or BMAG without you because we started right around the same time. So it's really strange for me to think of you not being with us, but I'm so excited for your next chapter and all that life has in store for you.
Hi Haley. Normally I don't travel with a graduation cap, however I married a nerd, so here we are. It felt most appropriate to wear it as I said, congratulations, you did it. You're now a Master of Accountancy and a noble holder of a certificate in nonprofit management, and I'm so excited for all of the amazing things that you're going to do.
Hey Haley, it's Terrell. Enjoyed working with you. Congratulations on everything. It's an unusual time, but you did a great job working with us, and you have a great future ahead of us.
Geiger knows you well and asked us to respond to a couple of prompts in order to prepare you with a movie that you could watch over and over and enjoy. So here goes. What is the most embarrassing or funny story from your first professional job?
There's a myriad. I didn't realize what assholes adults are and how they steal. And one time, in my first job, someone kept stealing my lunch and stole my juice. And finally, I snapped and put a prissy note on the fridge about stealing juice. And I'm sure that just really exacerbated that situation.
I had a lot of fun. I moved to a new city in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for my job. And around 8 months in, I was tasked to do an event for World Refugee Day, which typically had just been a picnic with some food and dance. But I went big and I wanted to do a huge coordinated event with our First Friday Art Walks, where each vendor location would also represent a different refugee community and have either food or dance or music or some cultural component, and then it'd be a passport event throughout the city so you could go and stop at different locations. A lot of work went into it, and then of course the night that all of this was supposed to happen, a huge hurricane came to town and it was a complete flop. So I don't know if it was funny or embarrassing, but it was definitely a complete failure. And I was thinking of that specific experience because it was my first real one with failure. And I think that you're someone that works really hard and cares about your work. And in light of a global pandemic, there's just certain things outside of our control. So like that, this hurricane was outside of our control. And while I couldn't manage a hurricane, I could certainly manage my reaction and my attitude and my response to bad things that came my way, just as you will in your first job and many jobs to come.
Probably the worst, though, was literally on my third day of work. I was working in Roslyn. And there was a bomb threat in the building. We had to evacuate. So I'm sitting on the wall by the Roslyn Metro, and some lady comes up to me and taps me, and she's like, honey, your class is canceled. I think you could go home. And I just looked at her, and I was like, I work here.
The most embarrassing and funny story from my first job was during a company Olympics. Playing Dizzy Bat, I accidentally ran into a car and knocked the mirror off.
I only knew my boss and I couldn't find her, so I just sat on the Roslyn Metro wall for hours. It was pathetic and I didn't know what to do. And all I could remember thinking was I can't tell my mom because she's gonna make me come home.
So my first professional job was on a political campaign as a field organizer. I was training a new employee to go the extra mile to talk to a voter. When we get to a gated yard that said beware of dog, I wanted to show no fear to this new employee, so I opened the gate and the dog starts barking. I am a dog person, so I approached carefully, keeping my eyes on the dog, trying not to threaten it while it kept barking and barking at me. I'm almost to the front door when the owner of the house comes out of the house yelling and cursing about not reading the sign. I tried to explain that, one, it said, beware of dog, no trespassing, but also that I was just there to try and talk to him about the upcoming political campaign. He didn't want to hear any of this and was yelling at me to get off the property and cursing at the same time. Now I'm more scared of the owner than the dog, so I refused to turn my back to the dog and run, and instead carefully and slowly leave the property to reunite with my trainee.
So my first year of work at the GW Music Department, an undergraduate student came in and asked me out in front of my boss and the other people in the department. It was totally embarrassing for both of us. I told him thank you, but no, I had a boyfriend. And he left, and then he turned around and came back in and said, "Is it because of my beard?" Which everyone thought was hilarious and tried not to laugh in his face, but definitely didn't stop laughing at me for the next few weeks. So there you go.
Okay, my first professional job was working at the Canadian Embassy. I was the liaison between the Canadian diplomat arriving and the State Department. And one night I was working late. I had just got off the phone with Vernon, and the ambassador called to ask about his tax exemption card renewal. I explained everything that he needed to know, and at the end he said, "Thank you, I'll talk to you soon." And I said, "You're welcome, love you, bye." Just like that. It was ridiculous and I was mortified. However, the next time I saw him, he was sure to come over and proceeded to tell me that he once told Stephen Harper, "I love you," which I'm fairly certain is not true, but it just goes to show that your colleagues are going to try to make you feel comfortable because everyone was new at some point or another.
The second prompt that we have is our best experience at our first job.
I got to meet the Queen. She was cool.
So I'd say, in general, mine was certainly, the people that you meet, the connections that you make, that you're able to learn from other people and grow and engage with them.
You never know who you're going to meet. So be prepared to ask a really great question, to learn something new, and to make a connection. It makes a world of difference.
The best experience at that job was it was really a startup, and so I had the opportunity to move into different roles and identified project management as a skill set that I would like to develop. The takeaway from that was to learn new things, to see what opportunities there are, and to move into them, and then people will recognize those opportunities.
My favorite accomplishment for my first professional job was getting to revive the department newsletter with the chair. It gave me a chance to work with my new boss and get to know her, to deliver something that we were both really proud of, to showcase our students, and to highlight some of the wins that we had made together as a team. It was a great accomplishment, and the department was really proud of it.
I think one of the best things that I learned and I liked was just like seeing how other people do their day-to-day jobs and figuring out how you can assess what people do and take the best parts of it for yourself and put your own flavor on things, and how people will appreciate your own flavor and things of that nature.
What is your biggest takeaway from your first professional job?
Your age and your experience is not a determining factor to your value and ability to contribute to KPMG or wherever your jobs and future careers take you.
My biggest takeaway is that you can find ways to be you, and also adults don't fucking act like adults, so let's not, downplay that. But find a way to put your flavor on things and do you, because you bring a lot to the table.
Again, I had moved to a new city for my first job. I didn't know the job. I didn't know the area. I didn't have a support system nearby. So for me, having a space that was really empowering, where people were open to my ideas, was just such an experience.
Just remember that everyone feels a little bit like an imposter in any job. You know what you're doing, you're strong, you're smart, you're capable. Everyone's making up as they go along, so don't worry, you've got this, you're going to be fantastic.
It goes fast, so keep a journal. There are so many things going on all the time. You're going to forget everything that happens to you immediately, but to have that personal reflection that you can go back on and just understand what was going on at the time is really helpful.
You'll engage with so many people and you'll learn so much from others. But one mantra that I had brushed off earlier this year, actually, that I learned at my first job is that everybody you meet is both your student and your teacher. So the fact that you are someone, I think, who has such a clear learner mindset, but you've still got so much to give and so much to contribute. And I hope that you never doubt that amongst yourself.
Don't put yourself or others in harm's way. Remember that threats can come in various ways, not just the first one you see or the loudest, but also please don't let fear dictate your actions.
Make sure you have fun every day, that you play and you make friends and you live your life, and that you enjoy these moments. Your first job is a great experience. It doesn't mean it's not going to be tough, but things aren't the end of the world. You're going to be amazing.
I would recommend that you take 5 minutes at the end of every day, on the metro even, to just jot down something that challenged you, something that made you smile, and something that you want to change. I think reflecting on those will just make you happy, will give you some perspective, and will create a laundry list of action items for years to come.
You've got such a kind heart, and you've got such character and such skill sets to bring with you that any company that has you will have a new asset and has great value added. So KPMG is really lucky to have you. And again, I'm just so excited for all the things to come for you. You're gonna kick ass, and we are all rooting for you here at CPAS. So
As you head off into the world, one of the things that I've learned through my experiences that often uncertain situations and things that you don't often anticipate provide the most growth opportunities. And I know the world seems uncertain now, and there's a lot of uncertainty, but I know and trust that you will do well through it.
Congratulations, Haley. You're gonna be great. We were so fortunate to have you with us, and I am looking forward to everything that is to come. So, congratulations. Take care. I don't know how many more times I can say congratulations without it being awkward, so
all the best, Haley, and don't forget about us, because we won't forget about you.
Enjoy your graduation. Congratulations. Best of luck. God bless.
Hey, Haley, congratulations. Best of luck.
Congratulations, Haley. We're really, really proud of you. We're going to miss you so much. It's not going to be the same without you in CPAS.
Congratulations, Haley.
Congratulations, Haley.
Okay.
congratulations.